For my next trick, I'm going to winterize my air conditioning system. I have two heat pumps, one underneath the port settee and one in the aft stateroom behind that closet. That one is broken. Nonetheless, it has water flowing through it, which must be evacuated or replaced with antifreeze in order for things not to get damaged over the winter. So, here goes. First thing I gotta do is remove this floor piece so that I can get the hoses that feed into the strainer, that feed into the air conditioning units, condensers. I need access to those hoses so I can put them into basically a jug of antifreeze and suck them through. So I'm going to do that first. And those don't even come out. Get back in there. That piece. This piece. Set it up here. And I'll show you what we got. So this is the through hole which feeds my air conditioning systems. It goes to a single strainer which then splits off to the two air conditioning units. And so what I need to do is drop this piece of hose into a bottle of antifreeze, turn on the units, and watch until it comes out the other side. Now I'm using propylene glycol because I believe it's not toxic. Correct me if I'm wrong. So before I do anything, I certainly want to close the through hole, right? Then I'll disconnect these hose clamps and pull it off. Now that I've got the hose clamps off, sometimes I find it difficult to get the hose off of the barbed connection on the through hole, so I use this heat gun to warm it up a little bit. That helps me get it off. I do have respect for the fact that this heat gun can damage the hose, so I try not to get it too hot. Twisting motion helps too if you can manage it. There. So that'll go to the bilge. I learned from watching some other folks that it pays to have a bunch of these assorted pieces of plastic tubing on board that you can use to help you do these jobs. For example, this one, I can't get this hose out far enough to place a bottle in a position where I can get it into the bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a piece of this plastic piping inside so that I can stick that into the end of a antifreeze bottle. So let me go get an antifreeze bottle. So this is propylene glycol. Apparently it's better for the environment. It's non-toxic to animals. I think it's non-toxic to humans. Non-toxic to everybody, actually. I just take the end of the hose and I put it, Then I turn on the AC unit and wait until I see pink stuff coming out the side of the boat where the AC coolant exits. So here goes nothing. Well, as you can see, that easily drained a full gallon. So, gallon number 2. That's the bottle fill. Let me try this. So if watching this silly little video has taught you anything, it's brace the bottle so that it doesn't fall over when it gets empty. Now, maybe that'll work better. Success! It takes a lot of antifreeze to fill up the strainer, fill up the condensers of both air conditioning units. So I finally, just by running one air conditioner, I didn't have to run both, I just ran the forward air conditioner, but I saw pink fluid emitting from the side of the boat from the discharge openings for both the forward and aft, so the pump pushes through both equally. Anyway, now I just got to button it back up. Cleaning up my mess. Disconnect the the temporary suction hose. I just have it in there, sort of like interference fit. I didn't even clamp it, so that was plenty. All right, save that for next time. And put this back on to the through hull. Try to torque things down using a hand tool, because I think a hand tool is just a better indicator of proper tightness. Oops. Sorry. Okay, there it is, buttoned back up, and I'm going to leave the through hole closed for the season. Since I winterize the air conditioning system today, I'm also going to take a moment to make sure that the strainer for the AC system is clear. So it's something that's supposed to be hand tight. I mean, it says right on the label. So I just unscrew this. Like it definitely filled up with antifreeze as required. There's a little handle. You just pull it out. So there it is. So it's kind of grubby. I definitely need to clean it off. This is a plastic strainer, so I don't know if it'll last forever, because plastic tends to last forever, or if it'll degrade somehow, but it seems pretty solid. Cleaned up, ready to put back in. I'm just gonna gently let it float down in there. And put the cap back on. Hand tight. This is a Graco ARG-750P. Looks like it's made of bronze. So it's on there hand tight. Put the floor back down. So I'm having some trouble here. These holes, as I mentioned, are all stripped out, and so okay, well here's a bigger screw. Maybe that would do something. Yes, sir. That's the ticket.